All right, good day, everyone. Today we want to talk about the VLOOKUP function in Excel. The VLOOKUP function in Excel is a function that is used to populate a particular data set with data from another data set. For example, look at this. I'm going to use the Excel 103 exercise, Excel 103 advanced exercise workbook. I've sent you this work before. Then I'm going to use the VLOOKUP function worksheet and the master employee list worksheet. So the VLOOKUP function, like I said earlier, is a function in Excel that you can use to populate a particular data list with another data list that has the information. Okay, so look at this VLOOKUP function worksheet. We want to find the first name, the department, and the period of these guys here. Now, if you look at the master employee list, it has all the information. This is the first name, this is the pay rate, and this is the department. Did you see that? So that's exactly what we want. But the problem is we can't be. If you think of doing copy and paste, that's going to take a lot of time. Let's assume you have to. I mean, this has a lot of entries. If you go to this master employee list and look for the first one. Let's look for the first one. Employee ID 1054. Okay, it's the first one here. So the first name is what? Howard. If we copy this and paste it here, okay, it will do the same thing. Department, what department is it? 80. If you copy it, paste it there. The pay rate, what's the pay rate? If you copy it, the pay rate is 1125. By the time you start doing all those, things manually, copy and paste, it's going to take a lot of time. So that is the essence of using the VLOOKUP function. The VLOOKUP function will retrieve all this information from this master employee list into this worksheet. So how are we going to do it? Let's start. Click on the first row here. Then go to the FX insert function. Type VLOOKUP here. VLOOKUP. So it is. Then you search. You go. So we have it here. Click on OK. All right. So the function has been inserted into this row. So this is the function argument window. Now there are 4 entries here in the function argument window. The first entry reads lookup value. Now what is this lookup value? The lookup value, if you come below here, if you look at the definition below here, you see it. Lookup value is the value to be found in the first column of the table and can be a value, a reference, or a text string. So the first column usually is going to be the primary key. The primary key is like a key that identifies people or data in a particular table. All right, so this is the value to be found in the first column. See, this is the first column, okay? And if you look at the employee list, also is the first column. So just click on this employee ID, okay? You have it here. All right. Okay, so now we've done that. Now let me quickly mention a very interesting thing here. I've just inserted this row A3. Now, remember we are going to look for all this information for the first name, department, and period. So we are going to use the same concept for this and this. Now, what we are going to do here, we are going to partially lock this column, okay? So that by the time we use it for this and this, if you remember the absolute reference, if you really want to understand this, go and check the absolute reference class we did, how to use the $sign, okay? Just go and check it, and because of time, I won't go into details with here about that here. So you're going to partially lock this. You are going to click on the F4 button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now that is going to lock this column. Okay, So if you use that same formula here, that it is going to know, it is going to recognize that you are talking about this column. If you use that same formula here, the pay rate is going to recognize that you are talking about this column. Sorry, let me do that again. Do you understand? So that's why we are partially locking that column. And to partially lock a column, you click on that section, then you click on F4 three times, the F4 button. All right, so you see the dollar sign there, $A3, or you just manually type $A3. Remember, in relation to the other one we did, absolute reference, if you want to lock a cell is $A. If you want to lock A3 now, it is $A3. But if you want to lock a column, you instead of writing $A3, you just write $A3. If the column is A3, if the column is B3, it's going to be $B3. Just go and watch that video, you understand better. So that is that. The second one is the table array. The table array, now always read this definition, is a table of text, numbers, or logical values in which data is retrieved. Table array can be a reference to a range or a range name. So we are going to look at, excuse me, the table where we are going to retrieve the data from. And that's here, the master employee list. So click on the master employee list, okay? Then you select the whole table. Remember, one of the functions, the function you can use to select a whole range of table is just click on the table, then Control Shift and the arrow down, arrow side up buttons. Did you get that? So now we have done that, but we want to lock this whole table. Okay, we want to lock this table. If you want to know how to lock, just go and read the absolute reference class. So what we are going to do here, we are going to highlight the A1 to I38. That's the range. We're going to highlight it, and we are going to press the F4 key once. So when you press the F4 key once, it will lock the table, so that by the time you are using the same formula for all the other, for the department and the pay rate, it's going to recognize as that exact table you are referring to. All right, so we've done that. Then the column index number is a column number in table array from which the matching value should be returned. In other words, the column number that we are looking for. If you go to the master employee list, the column number is 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's number 3. Is the first thing we are looking for, right? So the column number is 3. So just write 3 here. I'm going to cancel this and write 3. All right. So the range lookup is a logical value to find the closest match in the first column, sorted in an ascending order. Now, if it is true, or if it is that, you type true. If it is not, now what this place is saying is, if you want to find the exact first name, the exact data for each of these entries, you click on false. If, for example, the exact data is not there, you want to find the closest data, then you click on true. But we don't want the closest data, we want the exact data. So just type false here. Okay, and that is that. Click on OK. You see, we have the whole, it has inserted the first name. So if you go to the master employee list and we check, you see that Smith, the first name of Smith is Howard. So we have Howard there. So just click on, use the autofill button, okay, to populate the rest, and that's it. Very simple. If you want to understand this thing, watch this video over and over again. And if you have questions, send me a private message, or you send a message to the group chat. Now, we have been able to insert the first name, the values of the first name here. So what about the department and period? Very simple. Just use the autofill feature to populate. So use the autofill feature here to populate this and this. Now, we have a problem here. How do we solve this problem? It's giving us the exact value here, but we don't want the exact value. We want this guy, to go and fetch the department and the pay rate of this guy in this master employee list. How are we going to do that? Remember, it's the same concept we're going to use. There's only one thing we're going to change in that formula. Okay? Look, if you click on this cell and you go to the formula bar, this is the formula bar. You are just going to change one thing here. And this is the column number you are going to change. The column number of this department in the master employee list is what? 4. Okay, that's 4. So you are going to change this number here to 4. Then click on enter. Can you see it has changed it? If you go to the master employee list, you see Howard, the department of Howard is 80. Can you see that? So let's just use the autofill feature to populate the rest here. So we have all the departments of each of these guys here. Now the pay rate, you do the same thing for the pay rate. What's the column number of the pay rate here? Is this is 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Is that the column number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is the column number here. So you click on this and you change this column number to 9. Click enter. Did you see that? It has changed the pay rate, given the exact pay rate. If you go to the master employee list, discover that the pay rate of this guy is 11.25. So that's it. So just populate the rest, and that's it. If you want to change all these things to $, go to the home button, go to this number section, go there, go to the more number format, click on currency, we've done this before, so that's why I'm rushing. So click OK, then you have it. So you have just populated, you have used this is how to use the VLOOKUP formula. If you have any question, read this. If you don't understand, go over this video again, or send me a note or a private message, or send a message to the group chat. Thank you. Have a lovely week ahead. Bye.